Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a leg and a glute workout, and I'm super excited because as you guys can see, this is my first video, so please do not forget to subscribe and we can get started. So first we're going to be starting with a superset, and this is our abductor pulses as well as our straight leg kickbacks. For the abductor pulses, you don't actually need to use a resistance band. I just like to do that because I find that it's not enough without it, but this is a great way to warm up your glutes. So before you do any glute exercise or any exercise in general, you always want to activate that muscle so you know that you're actually using that muscle during your workout, because it is possible that you end up targeting other muscles if you don't warm up your muscles properly. The next thing that we're getting into is our straight leg kickbacks. For this, you don't want to hyperextend your back, so you want to squeeze until you feel it in your glutes. Some people will get to a point where their lower back will literally just start bending, and that's what hyperextension is. So I just go until I feel that squeeze in my glutes, and then I go right back down. You can also go slower too, so if you want, you can hold it for a bit longer at the top. You can do smaller pulses. It's really up to you, but I like to do it that way. And now we're getting into the exercises. So this is our 3-stance squat. I love this workout just because depending on your stance, you target different muscles. So your close stance, which I'm doing now, you target more of your quads, and then you're going to get to your regular stance. So this is when your feet are just shoulder width apart, and that you'll target your quads, and you'll start to target your glute max as well as your glute medius. My favorite stance is the sumo stance, so that's what's coming up next. So it is the widest stance. You don't get as low into a sumo stance, which is fine, but you definitely start to feel it in your glutes a lot more in comparison to the other two stance. For this, I actually don't go too heavy either. It really depends on what I'm doing, but I didn't really feel like going too heavy, but you definitely can. Next, we have our single leg side leg press. For this, I like to keep my feet on a bit of an angle, so I'm targeting more my abductors as well as my glute medius and your glute max. For this, you don't want your feet to be parallel, and you'll also feel a bit of a pinch in your knee if it's parallel too, so I like to have it on an angle. One thing to remember is you don't want to fully extend your leg, so you always want to have a bit of a bend in your knee. If you do that, you can actually end up injuring your knee, so always keep a bit of a bend. Again, you can literally change the tempo for any exercise. You can slow it down if you want, you can go a bit faster, you can do pulses. I'm just doing a regular tempo, so 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, so 1 second at the top, 1 second at the bottom. But you can do like 3 seconds so you get to the top, hold it, 1 second down. It really comes down to you and what you want to accomplish. And even for this, I don't go heavy. I think I have like 35 pounds aside, or maybe 45. I don't like going too heavy for that one. Next, we have our superset. So this is our cable squat walks as well as our cable pull throughs. For the squat walks and the pull throughs, you can use pretty much any handle. I was just kind of lazy and didn't want to change the handle, so I just stuck with the handle that I had. But I do like to use the ropes as well for this one, just because it's easier to pull through when I'm doing the other exercise. But the goal for both exercise is to stay as low as possible. At this point, girl, my legs were burning, so I was like, listen, this is what you guys are getting from me. Yeah, you want to stay as low as possible. And then for this one, this is our cable pull throughs. Come out as far as you can. Again, I don't go heavy for this one too. I think I had about 20 pounds on. But again, you want to get as low as possible. And I like to hold this one for a second at the top, so I really feel my glutes activating during this too. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite exercises to do as well. This one, you do want to come as low as possible, so you really do feel it in your glutes. The other one too, but I was just, like I said, I was just tired at that point. My glutes were just burning. But yeah, like as you can see, I'm done. Like I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then next we're going to be getting into our cross leg glute pushdown. I like this workout. It hurts. I don't go heavy for it, but you definitely can go heavy for this. But today was more of a muscular endurance day for me, so my weights were pretty light for everything. You can see that I kind of adjusted my body so it was a bit more straight, so you definitely want to make those adjustments. It's easier to do when you have a mirror beside you. And then the further your leg or your foot is in the middle of the mat, the more you target your glute med. So it really comes down to your flexibility. Some people won't even be able to cross like that, so that's fine. You can just do straight legs, so instead of crossing, but I'm targeting my glute med, so that's why I did the cross technique. And literally I like to hold that for a second at the bottom as well, and then I'll take my time to come up. So I did about a 3-second to come up, and then I held it for a second on the way down, just so I can feel the stretch as well as the pull in my glutes, and I can feel it contracting. And then it's also a great way to work on your quads if you are taking your time coming up. So yeah, it's honestly it's a great workout to do, and it is one of my favorites. It just hurts, but it is a great workout to do. Next, we have our pulse back hyperextension. For this one, you actually don't want to hyperextend your back. So the name's kind of deceiving, but yeah, you don't want to actually hyperextend your back. So what you're doing in this one is when you're all the way at the bottom, that's considered 0. And then when you're at the top, that's 100 degrees. And you're going to be doing pulses at 75 degrees, 50 degrees, and then 25 degrees. And then you just go back down. So your glutes are always contracting, which is nice. You will literally feel the burn after like the 3rd time doing this. The goal is, though, you don't want to hyperextend your back. So again, you just want to go until you're squeezing your glutes and then back down to the next degree that you're doing. Try not to let your quads come off of the mat. That's a great way to just target your glutes by keeping your quads on the mat. Your feet, you do want your feet facing forward, so try not to let them come out to the side. They're just facing down, so your toes are pointing down. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this workout. If you do have any questions, you can definitely comment below. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to like the video. And you can definitely message me on my other platforms as well. And I have my Instagram as well as my Snapchat if you want to see a specific workout or if you have any other questions for me. But besides that, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And again, I look forward to hearing from you guys.